Alright, coracoid bone time. Let's go curve tube. I'm going to delete that curve that's there. Really lower that draw size. It's going to be real close. Just hanging down. Okay, about like that. So stroke, delete, move brush. Out you go. Okay. Remember, that rib cage is just a primitive shape. Okay, so you don't need to get stuck with saying exactly what that is. Okay, done. Let's get the scapula in there. Same thing, curved tube. Let's use curved tube snap, smaller draw size. Make sure your Z intensity is at 100 so you get the full round effect. And I'm going to make that a little smaller. And let's drop out. Go to the move brush. That's good enough. So how do these guys connect, right? Because that's why you're in an anatomy class, because anybody can, any Yahoo can just put these together and, you know, like Lego part it all. But let me explain a little bit about how I understand this connection and explain what is the primary reason for that. So the primary bone, you could say, is the coracoid bone. Okay, that's the primary bone because what it is doing is coming down and it's fused in here with the sternal keel, okay, which serves as the attachment point for a bunch of bones, a bunch of muscles, I should say, not bones. It's the origin of these massive pectoralis muscles, which are just going to sweep up over there into the arm and are really powering all of this flight. These things are huge, and you know they're huge because you already know whether you're a leg man or, you know, I can't say it, even though I'm in a recording area. You like the dark meat, you like the white meat, you know, which part of the chicken are you interested in? I like chicken breasts. That's my favorite, the white meat. Because I gotta watch my figure and stay sexy, and it's hard, you know, in Los Angeles. There's a lot of competition for digital sculptors running down the runway, so I gotta really work on my figure. And you know, white meat is the better, the less fat, less enjoyable part of it. But you know how thick that muscle is. Because chicken breasts are not these little tiny thin. If somebody served me up, then nobody would want that white meat. You know, I'm thin and sexy, don't forget that. But I got some thighs, dark meat, that might work. But anyways, you get the idea. Chicken breasts, they're the perfect example of how much that pectoralis muscle is going to, how lively it's going to be, how much there is. I'm losing my words here. It's so hot in this room where I'm recording this. I'm getting delirious. So keep that in mind. The primary action is the pectoralis swooping those wings back, you know, bringing them down really, okay? Because that's what it's doing, is it's contracting and bringing that down, which is then lifting the bird and helping them fly. Natural gravity drops them down, so their wings will automatically lift back up. So you don't need big muscles in the back. You just need strong muscles at the bottom to pull those limbs down, okay? You're going to need those strong limbs or muscles to basically pull the wings down to then lift the bird up. Alright, talked a lot about that. So if that's the primary thing, if that's the primary mechanism that's important here, then the coracoid bone is the primary beast. Okay, because it's directly connecting to the sternal keel. And more specifically, what's happening is this entire assemblage is serving as this one big fused beast of an element that all the weight of this dinosaur slash pigeon is then able to kind of rest against. So this is what I love. I mean, I'm going to repeat this, but it's all of this attachment, this origin of the muscles here that cause the action of lifting the body upwards and then supporting the weight of the body by being fused down here. So you're either fusing things back in the back, you're fusing them in the front, or they're free floating like humans. But that's for another discussion. 6 minutes to tell you this. So how does this work? Coracoid, right? And then the wishbone is going to be attached at the point there, right? And then the scapula is going to butt up against a segment of it. Okay, and it's going to be rather thin. So let's come in. Boom, 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 boom. Get it in there. And I'm going to make this draw size real small and shift and smooth that out. Okay. Oops. Get that scapula really far down there. Alright. That's the mechanism in there. Now, before we go, let's put the humerus in there and start setting ourselves up for success. Okay, and the humerus is going to directly interface with the coracoid. And it's going to come down roughly the length of that scapula. Alright, I'm going to delete that curve, move brush, and just move it on over. Something like that. Okay, this is going to eventually be the wing. Flaps up, gets us going. But there we are. In the next section, we're going to finish this off.